And in studio, this is Frami, and I have in studio with me Indy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Indy.
Are you excited for June?
I am excited and kind of scared with how fast time is just flying by. There's no time to do anything anymore.
It actually makes no difference to me, but when I was in America, they used to have seasons. So June would be like when you got off from school. But in Sri Lanka, it's always summer.
It's just go on in school. Actually, everybody's looking forward for August.
Yeah.
That is our time off.
But since it's always summer, you can always take a holiday. So you can also join our travel contest. Just send us an email with any details of a great place you visited and a photo to mtvsports@maharaja.lk. Just put GMSL in the subject so we can track it down. That's Good Morning Sri Lanka.
And of course, you do stand a chance to win something very special, a weekend getaway for two out of Colombo, obviously. So definitely something you'd like to get into because, we get so caught up with our everyday lives and so get so busy and you forget that your blood pressure would like to come down.
Yeah, it's really good to get out of Colombo.
Yes, of course. Now on this show today, we do have a lot of things lined up as well. So could you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, of course. We have... today we're going to learn about smartphones in the villages of Sri Lanka and opportunities for Sri Lankans to travel to study abroad in Singapore.
Yes, of course. And in studio with us to talk about an opportunity for Sri Lankans to study abroad in Singapore, I have a representative from the AEC College. Alan Lau is in studio with us today. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good, very good. I'm honored to be here.
Thanks for joining us bright and early. Very, very early start today. Huh?
So this appearance is just one thing. You guys are also conducting a seminar to brief potential students, yes?
Yes, we are conducting two seminars this coming Saturday and Sunday. It's in Kandy and in Colombo.
Okay. So if I'm a student, why should I study in Singapore?
For students to study in Singapore now, Singapore in Asia is the most well-developed country, and then basic things like it is a very safe place to study and live in, and it is not expensive actually in Singapore. The cost of living and the course fee is reasonable, affordable. And it is near to Sri Lanka for Sri Lankans. I mean, just like 3.5 hours flight, you can reach Singapore or Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
so,
and there's not too much of time change either, is there?
Yeah, there's a difference of like 2.5 hours kind of thing. But all my Sri Lankan students back in AEC College, they're very happy. Yeah.
And the food is good in Singapore as well.
Yes, that's definite. Yeah.
It's definitely something.
So what type of courses do you offer at AEC, and what kind of jobs do you prepare students for?
All right. We have many courses in AEC, which we partnered with universities from abroad. We start from the very beginning. English programs for students who wants to polish and brush up their English proficiency, and then right up to diploma, advanced diplomas. We have bachelor degrees and also MBA.
Okay. Could you tell a little bit about the different courses that you offer?
All right. Now,
is most popular with the Sri Lankans?
Okay. We have many Sri Lankan students, and one of their favorite course that they took was the hospitality, a diploma in hospitality.
Of course, because our tourism industry is booming.
Yes, yeah. And because of the internship that we have for this group of students, after you have done your 9 months of the course with us, pass the course, graduate, and then you will be put into a 6 months internship into hotels, into restaurants, cafes, and it's a paid internship. So from there, they gain experience in the workforce, in Singapore.
And it's a very cosmopolitan culture there as well. So I guess it gives them a different type of experience other than just studying in Singapore. What would you say?
Yeah, Singapore is a very interesting and fun place. I'm sure you know because you have been to Singapore. The interesting part is, it is a multicultural society, and in there are 4 big different groups of people that make Singapore. The Chinese, the Malays, the Indians, and the Eurasians. Now, the fun part is we all lived in harmony. Not forgetting we have the foreigners immigrants that has migrated into Singapore, and we also have many people from all over the world now currently working in Singapore. So it's a good mix, and I call it a big happy family.
Yeah. And Singapore welcomes migration as well, so students can work in Singapore after they graduate if they like, right?
They are offered an opportunity. Now, students, while they are holding a student pass, they are not supposed to work in Singapore.
Right.
As a student, your job is to study, right? Now, what I think students need to do is concentrate on your studies for that, 1 to 2 years kind of thing, and then pass, get your qualification, and there are many opportunities in Singapore waiting for them. You have to go through the right path to get your employment. Yeah.
Okay. And where can students learn more? You said you're conducting seminars in Colombo and Kandy, correct?
Yes, the two seminars that we are conducting, one in Colombo, one in Kandy, it's happening this coming Saturday and Sunday. On the 2nd of June, which is a Saturday, it is happening in Kandy, KCC, the venue of the place, KCC, and the time is 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Now on Sunday, 3rd of June, it is in Colombo, same thing, 10 to 2, and it is in BMICH.
Yes, I remember. You were trying to remember that earlier.
Yeah.
BMICH.
BMICH. That was actually built by the Chinese for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice to hear that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Alan. It was definitely great having you. So, good luck with the seminar,
Okay.
which will be this
Thank
weekend.
you very much.
And hope to see you soon as well.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Right now, we're going to take a very short commercial break. See you guys on the other side with a lot more Good Morning Sri Lanka. Hi everyone, welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. For those who are just joining us, this is Prami and Indi in studio.
Welcome back. So we just covered Singapore, now we'll come back to Sri Lanka, especially rural Sri Lanka, and how it's getting kind of high-tech.
Yeah, that is always interesting.
Yeah, it's always interesting, the way people use technology. So our guest today is Isira Silva from Sarvodaya Fusion. Now, you probably heard of Sarvodaya, it's a social service organization, but Fusion is a sort of technological, future-oriented arm of Sarvodaya. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And just tell us a bit about Sarvodaya Fusion and what it does.
Sarvodaya Fusion is the ICT, Information and Communication Technology for Development arm of Sarvodaya, which is the largest and oldest NGO charity in Sri Lanka. So what we do is to blend information and communication technology for development within Sarvodaya as well as outside partners.
And how do you do that?
We have education program which is we call Fusion Education. So Sarvodaya Fusion is a social enterprise. So what we do is give basic IT education to rural students. In fact, we were the first to standardize education offered by telecenters in Sri Lanka. So it is called Fusion Education, and the most demanded course right now is Diploma in Computer Application. Since 2009 on the standardized program, we have trained more than 2,600 students.
Okay.
And we also have a very exciting program now coming up with mobile for development. We started with FarmerNet, which was to connect farmers and traders in Sri Lanka through SMS and a web portal. And now we have very exciting prospects on smartphones.
So if you take a smartphone to the village, what happens? How do people use it?
Well, as we all know, smartphone is a very personal device. The first challenge we had was in 1997 we offered computers to the communities. Back then it was very hard to get the communities on board on technology, but now it's quite different. When we give smartphone, we make sure that it is a community asset, not a personal asset. So that was the challenge. So how can we make this personal asset a community asset? So we selected society presidents or society members, or we give it to telecenter managers. And we also give to one of our partners, that is Sarvodaya Seeds, which is the economic empowerment arm. So we give to enterprise promotion officers who in self are village leaders who go around the village and empower these communities.
So how does it change people's lives? Because I've heard this, I think in the video you cover a story from Kuranegala where someone made a Facebook page and then that led to business for the whole community.
Exactly. It Now it uses for 3 purposes. Right now we have given to 9 communities. We take it slow actually because we want to test what it is like for communities to have smartphones. So we tested on 9 communities, and there are 3 things. Some communities use it for education because it's a beautiful asset. It's a computer. It has all the computing and internet power in it. So you go around, and even on edge where they don't have 3G. 3G is very limited in Sri Lanka, only for the cities. But even on edge, they do wonderful stuff on education. For example, they use Sky Chart app, which is you have augmented reality, and you can just walk
the
around
Sky
the
Maps.
sky.
You hold it up, and then you can see the constellations.
It's grade 9. The curricula they have, you have to learn about star charts. So children use it to real time, doing that. Those are education, and of course on English learning.
You talk about telecenters.
Yeah.
So how relevant are, first off, what is a telecenter, and how relevant are they today with mobile access?
Right. I think in terms of telecenter, people would know about Nanasala, Vidata, and some of the telecenters. So telecenter is a place, that tele is distance, center is the place that connects the distance. So it's simply a cyber cafe in rural terrain where people don't have access to computers and internet. So people can access computer and internet through these centers. Simple.
Okay.
Right now there are about 1,000 telecenters in Sri Lanka. Majority is from ICT and Nanasala. And we are working with all of them. We provide these education services through all of them.
Okay. We're going to go and take a very short commercial break. We'll see you guys on the other side, and we'll speak to Isra a little bit more about how smartphones are changing the lives of the rural villagers.